Sean Zattel here with middleweight contender and up-and-comer Jahi Tucker and New York's finest, man. Fighting in New York, in Huntington, New York, this Saturday on the 28th. Jahi, man, how are you doing? And do you seeing guys like Bruce Carrington recently capture a world title? Are you eager to join your fellow New Yorkers and win a world title soon at some point?
No, for certain. And I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. So me and Shushu, we grew up kind of close. Like he was in Brownsville, I was in East New York, so maybe like about a 10-minute difference. You feel me? But there was like a track called Gershwin School, right? And right there's only two people out on the track. We go to it's a specific day. It's winter, kind of like outside. It's so snow right now in New York. It's kind of like it was a really cold day, and there's only two people outside. Well, three. Me, my father, and then when we get there, you see Shushu just running around the thing. Feel me? And
Hmm.
he's older than me by this point. Shushu's about 7 years older than me. You feel me?
Hmm.
He's older than me at this point, but yes, I remember that like vividly. You feel me? And then I went there. I put in my work right after that. And then, and that was what it was. Nobody else ever went back on the track. And then, so when I seen him win this world championship, it just showed me like, yo, man, I'm poised for this. I'm ready for this. I've been in line with greatness my whole life. It's just time to go pull it off.
He's been in the same place as I've been, and I'll be in the same place he's at right now. That kind of thing.
And 100%. Yeah, man. Like I saw him before he fought. I told him, yo, bro, because he was a really big part of my neighborhood growing up. You get what I'm trying to say? 'Cause he's much older than me. So this is like 24. I'm telling you about. When I seen him the other day, who was in Las Vegas at the UFC thing, I dapped him up. I said, yo, I'm gonna say nothing, bro. Go get that. And he was like, yeah, and that's exactly what he did. You feel me?
So
Word.
it says like on the box rec you're from Queens, New York, but did you actually grow up more in Brooklyn, New
Yeah.
York then?
My life is a little bit funny. I was born in Queens, like I was born in Jamaica Hospital, which is about 10 minutes away from East New York, Brooklyn, right?
Hmm.
I grew up in East New York, like Canarsie area right there.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I lived there my whole life up until middle school, not middle school, up until high school, the beginning of high school. I moved out to Long Island, you feel me? And then that's where their part comes into play. So, Queens, and I went to school in Queens too. Like I moved around a lot, low key, you feel me? I
Hmm.
went to school in Queens, and so I'm really connected to all of New York, like all the entire borough, really.
One thing, like even in the Lorenzo Simpson fight, a lot of fights is
Mhm.
you're very mean
Mhm.
in the ring, and
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
has is that something other fighters I know at times you even had to be in the gym with a guy like Terrence Crawford who's very mean once
yeah,
it's time to step through the
yeah,
ropes. Is that
yeah,
something you've been commended for by other champions when they see you work, when they see you spar in maybe the top ranked gym or other gyms? Is that something they point out about you and commend you about?
yeah. Like I was sparring up at the UFC gym, and Shakur and Keyshawn, like I forgot what I did or what happened, but they was like, "Uh-oh, Jahai's mad now." Word.
How much do you think that benefits you as a fighter and it's needed as a fighter?
It's 100% needed. You feel me? It is what it is. Like I look at it as, I'm not going like, put it like this. I'll give you a my idea of this fighting stuff. If you're in the corner and your opponent hits you with a good punch and you're like one punch away from like dying Loki and you're like here, bro, he is not gonna hold that punch back. He's gonna shoot it with everything he has, bro. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
So you gotta be on point, and you'll end of the day, we're gonna dap it up after the fact. We're gonna dap, but while this fight is going on, bro, it is what it is. I hate you, bro.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
fight
and that's
Sona
kind of why I'm
Akale.
not against. Yeah, that's not. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that's kind of why I'm not against guys not wanting to fight their friends and stuff like that. Like, I get it. Like I wouldn't want to feel that way towards my friend. You feel me? Really?
Well, in the old school days, man, Maurice Blocker and
Yeah.
Simon Brown, they were friends, and it ended in a brutal knockout. Like it was, despite them being friends, it was vicious in that ring. So is that why you
Yeah.
understand a guy like Shakur and Keyshawn wouldn't want to fight each other?
Yeah, because things are a lot different now. Social media has changed very. You feel me? And like, imagine over and over, you see a video of your friend like over and over, just knocking you out over and over and over and over and over.
Hmm.
And say you low key can't box anymore because you kind of messed up your eye. And then say now your family's poor, you're gonna hold some serious resentment towards your friend, and it's gonna ruin your whole friendship. You know, it's kind of crazy.
You might know
This
each
is a
other's
serious.
mothers
This is a
well.
blood sport. I don't look at it as we know our moms might be the best of friends. After that, bro, where it's gonna put us in a, it's gonna be awkward. I can't. It's not gonna be the same. Like I don't look at boxing as a sport. Like it's a sport because it's a sport, but I don't look at it as a sport. It's just blood sport. This is war. You feel me? Like literally blood sport. So it's
Hmm.
like it is what it is. You know?
Yeah, and I mean I didn't bring up just Blocker and Simon Brown to try to make a point against them because actually
Yeah, yeah,
Rocky Graciano and Jake LaMotta didn't fight because they were friends, and neither did Joe Frazier and Ken Norton, you know. So sometimes friends
yeah,
did
yeah,
fight, but sometimes they did
yeah.
not.
It
So
didn't work. It was also just a part of the culture. Like, it's a one man sport. There are no friends technically. And back then it was like one championship. Now you could be in the same weight class as your friend. Hey, I got the championship, you got a championship. We could be like the tag team champs type shit. You get what I'm trying to say? So word. And it works out.
what was that like recently then for you? Working alongside, sparring around the same times Shakur and Keyshawn were sparring, getting ready for their fight. What do you think that did for you, and what was that experience like?
It was life changing, man. Like when I say life changing, I've trained around these guys before. I've um I've worked out before. Like I've been to Las Vegas plenty of times.
Hmm.
Um, but it was just seeing the pinnacle point. This is that fight with Shakur and Teal was a pinnacle point fight for both fighters. To where it was, hey, listen, you're a champion, I'm a champion. You're supposed to be the best, I'm supposed to be the best. Let's make this happen. We fight in our primes, Madison Square Garden, Ring Magazine, it's a bunch of everything. You feel me? Your whole reputation and legacy is on the line to this point. So watching him prepare for a fight like that, and then watching him actually go and execute it like that, it was crazy. It was like, yo, nah, this is really motivational.
Did it teach you to find a way to focus at a different level? Because there's levels to focus, just like there is to skills, as you know. And sometimes I'll watch fighters
Yes.
with talent who aren't yet at that level or they can't get to that level, and they get in the gym and they work,
Mhm.
but there's a different level
Yeah.
of focus with
Focus.
guys that are at the top. Yeah, is that something
100%.
you took away from it?
100%.
Hmm.
100%. 100%. 100%. Different level of focus. You feel me? And also, people got different ways of doing things, unorthodox ways of going about things. You feel me? And it's just crazy, man. Even watching Keyshawn prepare for, because remember, they both kind of trained together. You feel me?
Hmm.
Where it was a good experience.
So you had a hiccup earlier in your career, the fighter
Yeah.
that Tiger Johnson wound up getting a knockout last. What was
Yeah.
his name again? I know his name.
Nicholas Flaws.
Nicholas Floss. That's right.
Yeah. Mhm.
So what do you feel you got to do to avoid another hiccup like that before you
Yeah.
get to where you want to go and become a world
Yeah.
champion? What does Jahi
Yes.
Tucker got to grow at as a fighter at
Yeah.
23 to get where you want to go?
Well, I feel like well, I'm gonna touch on the laws first. Back then, like I didn't even want I never even considered that fight a loss because I generally think I lost the fight. What I will say is though, I take accountability because I was supposed to get him out of there. And I was saying this way before Tiger got him out of there too, you feel me? But after I fought him right after I fought Shaq Neville. I was 20 and my life was kind of transforming and everything around me was kind of transforming. I took that fight kind of a little bit too soon, and I just wasn't all the way there mentally at the time. You know what I'm trying to say? I took a really long break after, and then I fought Verone just to kind of just bring my rank back up. Like, hey, I am that guy. Chill. But you know, nowadays I feel like I've gone through every hiccup you need. Like I thought about it the other day. Like I'm a 6 year pro now. Like you feel me? 6 years. And I even thought about it like this too. Think about this. My next fight is gonna be my 18th fight. Look at a guy who has 40 fights. To touch on what you said about focus, like look at if you look at a Terrence Crawford and a Shakur Stevenson and Andre Ward, and you look at some guys who are like around 21 fights, 22 fights, completely different focus levels.
Hmm. And
Or
you like a fight or like my guy Leonard Ellerbe used to say, a good bump. You know, you like
yeah,
to you're not afraid of exchanging in that ring or the pace going high. So how would you describe your style of fighting? If you had what is your style, Jahai?
I'm water. I'm water, bro. I could adapt. Feel me? I be water.
You also I know you sparred Richardson Hitchins back in the day too, man. What
Yeah,
did you
hell yeah.
think of his fight falling through with Oscar Duarte over the weekend?
Honestly, bro, I was just like, damn, like missed out on the bag. But he was gonna beat Duarte, for sure. They may run it back. He may move up. Whichever works out. I'm just glad and I'm happy that they called it because now imagine he took the fight, try to Michael Jordan flu game it,
Yeah.
loses his belt because he wasn't in the proper position. Hey, he lost his belt, loses money, loses everything, and then has to regain it back.
Yeah, there's no takebacks.
No take backs. Yeah.
But if you're Oscar Duarte, do you got a right to be upset and pop off a little bit too from his perspective?
Of course, you've been preparing for something your whole life, and especially these last 3 months, the day of, like I'm putting on my shoes, like, all right, it's time, I'm gonna go get this. Yo, it's canceled. I would be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I got to ask about your experience sparring Jaron Ennis.
Yeah.
Man, some sparring it's work and
Yeah.
guys getting a look or it's I
Yeah.
know sometimes sparring stays in the gym. A lot of times it
Yeah.
does, but how violent was the work between you and Jaron? Knowing
That
your
shit was
style and
dog
knowing
work.
what he likes to do, yeah.
Yeah, it
What
was
was that
dog
like?
style. It was dog work. We put in some dog work that day for sure. I'm gonna go back up there. Them boys show love.
Is
This
that
is my
your
little brother.
is that oh that's your little brother? Okay, all right.
Yeah, where
Yeah. Based man, but you've sparred Shakur and Hitchins and Boots and I'm sure some others. Who can you rank them or what could you say are those the best fighters you feel you've shared the ring with as a pro, even though it's just sparring? And what could you say about each of them to the fans that make them who they are?
Shakur laser focused. All three of them laser focused, laser sharp. All three of them laser focused, laser sharp. That's one thing I will say about all of them. You feel me? You can't take your eyes off of any three of them. You get what I'm trying to say? Word. Hell yeah.
How good of a puncher is Jaron Ennis?
He got some good power. Jerron definitely got some good power. He's not is he the hardest guy I've ever been hit with? Oh, I sparred. You know something? There's so many guys that I've sparred with that I'd be forgetting about. Like I sparred Brian Norman. I sparred bro, I be forgetting guys, bro. Like Mickey Bay, Richard Comey.
Hmm.
And the thing is, I'm sparring these guys, and I'm like, so Africa, I started sparring him like 15, 16. He was another one we kind of grew up in the same area. You feel me?
Yep.
And then Shakur, obviously, I started sparring him at 17. That's sparring him again when I was 19. Boots, I sparred him when I was 19. Brian Norman, I sparred him when I was like 19. You feel me? Richard Coleman sparred him when I was 18. It's a lot of guys. Mickey Bay, I sparred him when I was 16 when he was world champion. I sparred Deverenchenko when I was 16. He was a world champion. Um, Obviously, I sparred Lester Martinez. I sparred Lester Martinez when I was 20, and then I sparred him last year. Word. I got out so much work with so many different guys. Like I couldn't even name all of them to you, honestly, bro. It's just, yeah, word. They'll just come back to you.
Does anybody stand out as the best? All good
Ah,
fighters. You mentioned the great fighters, but
yeah. Oh, well, the three best was those three guys right there. And the best, me.
there you go. Hey, I like that. Hey, there you go.
Word, word, word.
Last one about those guys, and then I want to close with Sona Akale, who you fight this
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
How competitive, based on your experience with Jaron, is a Virgil Ortiz fight?
Oh, with Jaron and Versus Ortiz?
Yeah.
Very competitive fight. Very competitive fight. Very interesting fight. Um, I gotta go Boots just because I think Boots is gonna pull it off. But very interesting fight.
And Sona Akale, man, he had, believe he fought Nico Ali twice, right?
Yep.
Right, and they
Yeah, he's
went one
in.
and one.
Yep, 1-1. No, listen, no matter what nobody says, this guy's a dangerous guy. You get what I'm trying to say? He beat Muhammad Ali's grandson, bro. And my boy Nico is not a slouch either. Um, so I take him seriously just off of that alone. And then he can take a punch and he can give a punch back. So I'm trying to go in there and neutralize all of his offense, get him out of there, show my rank, and go from there.
I mean, he's a strong guy. He's cock diesel,
Yeah.
you know?
No, yeah, he's a super strong guy. He can take, bro. I was watching his film. Somebody hit him. Bro, watch this. He gets hit. He talks to the guy in the middle and he's like, "You got me." they like pounces on him like right away. Like I was just like, yo, word. It's kind
So,
of yeah.
what's the move you want to make in 2026? How many times do you want to see the ring? And because I think you only had the Lorenzo fight last year, right?
And Troy Williamson.
And Troy Williamson, which was a good
Yeah.
performance, right?
Thank you.
So you
Thank
had those
you.
two performances, good
Yeah.
performances.
Thank
Do
you.
you want to fight more in 2026? And
Yes.
this is a wide open division, man. Amari Jones is
Yeah.
the same age as you. He just looked good the
Yes.
other night. What do you want
Yes.
to show this year, and how busy do you want to be?
I'm trying to win a world championship this year. You know, God willing, that should happen. Hopefully I get the right fights to line it up. I don't need to be super active anymore. However, I will take meaningful fights. You feel me? This fight right here, for my fans, keep my name in the rankings. I'm gonna, just kind of get the year kicked off in hopes that hey, we get a world championship fight. We're this close with Ionelli for fighting with that for that WBA interim belt. We're this close.
Hmm.
So I know that my time is coming. I just gotta go win on Saturday and go from there.
Yeah, we got this interview turned around quick, so I didn't get a chance to go to Box Live and check the rankings.
Yeah.
How high up there are you with the WBA right now?
I don't even know, but I know the IBF they have me at number 14.
Okay.
Yeah, word.
All
Yeah,
right,
word.
man.
That'll be lit.
Hey, I enjoyed the interview, Jahai.
Yeah.
I think again, I've always one compliment I always hear from a lot of high level fighters is just how much of a dog you are when it comes to fights. So have a
Thank
good fight
you.
Saturday, man. If there's anything else you want to
Man.
say to the boxing world, let it be known.
Hey, listen, man, Jahi Tucker. 2026 is our year. We're world champions, inshallah. February 28th comes first.